Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we decode the future of business one filing at a time. Today we're diving into RB Global's latest report, and let me tell you, there's a major acquisition wrapped up in this one that you won't want to miss out on. Before we dive in, make sure you're subscribed because we break down these complex documents so you don't have to, and join our Discord community linked in the description below for more exclusive insights. Alright, so RB Global, a name you might recognize, has just announced a significant event. It's July of 2025 and the company is letting us know about a completed acquisition. This isn't just a minor business deal, it's something that could really shape the company's path forward. Now, RB Global, for those who might not be super familiar, is involved in auctions and related services. Think heavy equipment and vehicles. They're a big player in that space. They're incorporated in Canada, but as you can see here, they're a big deal in the United States too, with their stock trading on the New York Stock Exchange. This finding essentially confirms the completion of their deal to buy JM Wood Auction Co. Inc. This means they've officially scooped up all the ownership stakes in that company. They announced this purchase back in March, and now they're saying the ink is dry. It's important to note what RB Global has registered on the stock exchange. They have common shares, which is what most people think of when they invest in a company, and they also have something called common share purchase rights. These are basically options that give holders the ability to buy shares under certain conditions, often used as a defensive measure or an incentive. The fact that they're common shares trading under the symbol RBA are on the New York Stock Exchange tells you they are aiming for broad investor appeal and accessibility in the US market. The core of this filing is pretty straightforward. They're confirming the acquisition and they've attached a press release as an exhibit to tell the public about it officially. This is standard procedure for major corporate events like this. Now, why is this filing important beyond just announcing a done deal? This falls under Regulation FD disclosure. In simple terms, this is about making sure all investors get the same important information at the same time. They want to avoid any unfair advantage for certain parties. If they're releasing material news, they need to broadcast it to everyone. This is really the heart of it. RB Global, through its subsidiary Ritchie Bros. Auctioneers America, finalized a deal to buy JM Wood Auction Co. Inc. They agreed to purchase all the ownership pieces of this target company. They had the initial agreement in March and now they've completed it in July. This kind of strategic acquisition is how companies grow and expand their reach, really grabbing more market share. So the big news is the acquisition is officially a go. This means RB Global is now more integrated with JM Wood Auction Co. Think about what this means for their business. They're likely looking to combine operations, leverage their combined customer bases, and perhaps even streamline processes. For instance, if JM Wood has a strong presence in a region where RB Global isn't as dominant. This acquisition instantly boosts RB Global's footprint. It's like buying a new office building in a city where you only had a small outpost before. While this filing doesn't contain detailed financial tables directly, the context of an acquisition of this magnitude for a publicly traded company like RB Global is always significant. You typically see these kinds of deals announced when the company sees strong potential for growth or market consolidation. Acquisitions can be game changers. They can lead to increased revenue, greater market influence, and potentially improved profitability if managed well. However, they also come with risks. Integrating two companies can be complex and costly, and if the acquired business doesn't perform as expected, it can drag down the parent company's financial health. We have RB Global, the acquirer, and JM Wood Auction Co., the acquired. The details of the deal itself, like the purchase price, usually come out in separate filings or more detailed press releases, but the mere fact of completion officially puts this new entity, well, owned by RB Global, into play. This Form 8K is essentially a notification to the public and the SEC that a material event has occurred. In this case, the closing of an acquisition. It's a crucial part of transparency in the financial markets. Now let's put this into a bigger picture context. RB Global has been involved in a pretty significant merger in the past with Ritchie Bros. And IA. That was a multi-billion-dollar deal. So acquiring a company like JM Wood Auction Co. fits into a pattern of strategic growth and consolidation in their industry. This suggests RB Global isn't just content with their current standing. They're actively looking for ways to expand and strengthen their market position. When a company makes an acquisition, especially one that's significant enough to warrant a filing like this, investors and analysts are always looking at how it fits into the overall strategy. Is it expanding into a new market sector? Is it acquiring a key competitor? Is it gaining access to new technology or talent? The acquisition of another auction company implies a desire to either consolidate market share in an existing area or perhaps gain a foothold in a specific niche within the broader auction landscape. From an investor's perspective, the key question is what this means for the bottom line and the future growth prospects of RB Global. Does JM Wood Auction Co. bring in significant revenue? Does it have a strong customer base that RB Global can now tap into? Or is it more about synergy where the combined entity can operate more efficiently and profitably than the two companies could separately? These are the kinds of questions that will be answered in future financial reports from RB Global. One thing to keep in mind, and this is a general principle with acquisitions, is that the honeymoon phase of integration can be challenging. There are always cultural differences, operational overlaps, and potential redundancies to manage. A successful acquisition isn't just about signing the paper, it's about effectively merging operations and realizing the expected benefits. If RB Global can successfully integrate JM Wood Auction Co., it could lead to increased earnings per share, greater operational efficiency, and a stronger competitive advantage in the auction market. Looking at their existing trading on the New York Stock Exchange, denominated in US dollars, and their Canadian incorporation, what this acquisition signifies is a continued focus on their North American business. The specifics of the deal, like the reported currency for transactions, are important for understanding the financial impact. The filing itself, from a structural point of view, is a confirmation of a completed action detailed in a press release. It's like the official stamp of approval on a major business development. So what's our take on this? RB Global is clearly a company that's actively managing its growth and market position through strategic acquisitions. This latest deal with JM Wood Auction Co. is another step in what appears to be a deliberate strategy to expand and consolidate. The strength of this move will ultimately depend on how well they can integrate JM Wood into their existing operations and realize the anticipated synergies. If they can pull it off, it could mean a significant boost to their market share and profitability. However, as with any acquisition, there are inherent risks in the integration process that could impact their financial performance. It's definitely a company to keep an eye on as they continue to navigate this consolidations and realize the anticipated synergies. If they can pull it off, it could mean a significant boost to their market share and profitability. However, as with any acquisition, there are inherent risks in the integration process that could impact their financial performance. It's definitely a company to keep an eye on as they continue to navigate this consolidation phase. Alright, that's our breakdown of RB Global's latest filing. What's your take on this acquisition and what it signals for the company's future? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description. Thanks for watching. See you next time.